Blog entry 58. And this is I would still be in Nanaimo hanging out with my teacher. And this is some of the things that Swamiji was talking about. I took notes of in my journal. The first thing Swamiji was talking about was levels of surrender. So Krishna meets each soul at the level of their surrender. To a surrender devotee, that they surrender at the level of child and have Krishna do everything. Krishna will do everything. As they surrender at level of like young adult, then they do what a young adult would do at that level, and Krishna would do everything else. And it's really interesting how the relationship works that way. And my teacher kept talking about it. It was really interesting. The deeper the surrender, the more Krishna takes over. His actions are always aimed at maximizing the joy and the rasa for the devotee. So it was really cool. Even greater than God, this is another thing Swamiji said, it seems our people's desires, ever expanding and difficult to satisfy. No matter how much they receive, the thirst persists. This relentlessness, wanting, is the nature of the material desire. So there's a Bible quote, "Humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time." Peter 5:6. This echoes a similar teaching. True surrender brings true upliftment and joy and bliss and love of God. Another thing was, I tend to ask Krishna a lot for things like understanding and talk things through with him in meditation so I can grow and understand it more. But when we ask for specific things from Krishna, it's best to not, because he'll bring us exactly what we need, a blend of experiences that'll help us grow spiritually and deepen our love with him. Part of it will feel nice and part of it will have growing pains. It's just how it goes, but all of it will be in an upward trajectory. Another thing my teacher was saying that was really interesting was a decision born from a materialistic mind results in returning to the starting point, again caught in the cycle of material existence. Liberation requires spiritual alignment and really takes a lot of work at not following the mind. It's really interesting the challenge that comes with that. The material mind often leads us astray. We must actively retrain and rework our thoughts, consistently pushing back against the lower tendencies to go with the material and to drop into the more material paths and more material decisions. Through discipline and grace, we shape our path toward divine consciousness. So it just takes work in training the mind to gravitate and go towards the divine rather than the material. The mind is made of material energy, and we're really used to letting it run things. And the mind just always gravitates toward the material naturally. And the material senses are similar. They're faulty in how they perceive reality and things. And we have to just kind of chip away at both of those and kind of guide them more and more towards the divinity, more and more towards the divine, more and more towards Krishna. And as that goes, it gets easier with time. And it brings a lot of peace and calm existence inside the closer we get. It's really quite worth it, and it's amazing. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day, and if you have a chance, like and subscribe the YouTube channel. That would be awesome. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.